Hey, so thanks for joining me on Ask Angela. What are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about that question that a lot of buyers have on their minds, which is how do I get my offer accepted? I'm getting outbidded and I just can't get through. What do I do? To be honest, that's a really tough question because we're in a very tough market. First things first, be prepared. Be prepared in every sense of the way, or every sense of the word is what I should say. You want to make sure you know your numbers and you understand your numbers. Talk to your mortgage professional. Know where your max is, and more importantly, know where you want to go. Meaning, your max number may be 500, but based on the monthly payments, you're comfortable only going to 455. You need to know what that number is, because the truth is when you go in to put an offer in this market, you need to come strong the first time. You need to come correct the first time. And the only way to do that is to really know where you are. So I always get asked the question, aren't they going to come back and counter me? Am I going to have a second chance? The answer to that is maybe, but it doesn't have to be. Well, what if I go over asking? Am I automatically getting my offer accepted? The answer is no. Because the truth is, in this market, you have one buyer or one house for a multiple of buyers. So it's going to come back to things you've probably heard me say before, like not just your price, but also your terms. Terms, to me, can be very, very important, right? A lot of times we like to say, I can move as quickly as possible. And we feel that that's the best approach. But what if the seller needs time? If you're in a position where you can give the seller time, you need to have your agent address that fact when they're putting in the offer. My buyer is ready to go. They can move as quickly as possible. But Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if you need time, my buyer is in a position to do so because my buyer is month to month on the lease, or they're living with family. Basically, they have no obligation in terms of time, so they can give you time. So keep your terms in mind. And if you don't really understand exactly what I mean by terms, that is something that you can either reach out for me for, or reach out to your professional. Reach out to your agent that you're working with and say, can you explain terms to me? What are my various options? What are the different things that I can do to make my offer stronger? Because the truth is, it's not always just the max number. So you're getting ready to put that offer in, right? What is it going to look like? So of course you're going over the number with your agent, but again, go over everything in addition to the numbers, right? Be able to address when you're going to do inspection. Actually, that can be part of your terms. But if it's not, say to your agent, listen, I can get inspection done in 48 hours, 24 hours. I already know who my inspector is. Be prepared. Know who your team is. If you are in a position to basically choose your inspector, choose your attorney. If anyone's looking at this and you're not in an attorney state, ignore that. But here in New York, where I am, we are an attorney state. Know who those professionals are. So as soon as you get an accepted offer, you can call your inspector. You can put the attorney on notice. Hey, you're going to be getting a contract to review. All of this is going to help to make, one, your offer stronger. Two, when it gets done, a lot of the times now, the listing agents are basically saying, you got X number of days to get this done. And it puts you in a rush position. But at the same time, if you already know who your professionals are, you're ahead of the game, because now it's just a matter of a phone call and boom, you're off and running. Last but not least, but definitely on the top of my list, work with an agent that understands the market. Understand that this is not a market to play in. Offers need to go in quickly. Offers need to be easy to read, easy to understand. And you need to be able to talk to that agent, right? That agent should be able to give you advice. And it's not all the time that advice is going to be the price. Again, you may know your numbers, but you may not know things that can go into the offer that can help to make your offer stronger. And truth be told, at the end of the day, when you give your agent the number, you're still not the one that's writing up the offer, right? So your agent needs to be able to put together a really good offer in terms of the package that they're giving, right? Your offer, your pre-approval, and any other documentation that the selling side may ask. So what if you're buying like a bank-owned property? A lot of times the bank will have certain documentation that they want you to sign off on as well. When that offer goes in, it needs to go in complete, meaning whatever the seller is looking for, that's what needs to happen. Because you would hate for your offer to be put to the side simply because your agent did not do their job and put in all the documentation that was required by the seller the first time. Because the truth is, you may not get a second time. So I want to say good luck in your house shopping. Your house is out there for you. I know it's taken a little bit of time for quite a few of you, but you're not alone. And that is why it's taking a lot of time, right? So subscribe to this channel, like this video. Please send in any questions that you may have. And until then, be well, be awesome, be great.